By the end of today's video, you're going to know exactly how to go from $2,000 a month to $10,000 a month as an online fitness coach. If you're charging something for $2,000, you need 5 new sales to get $10,000. And if you're telling me that you're going to do all of these things and you can't get 5 new sales in a month and you don't know what to focus on or what to fix, you got some serious issues. By the end of today's video, you're going to know exactly how to go from $2,000 a month to $10,000 a month as an online fitness coach. My name is Perna, and I help online fitness coaches basically make a shitload more money, more time, more freedom, more impact through online coaching. So let's get into it. We've got 10 tips today, starting with the first one.
I just bought a new podcasting kit and it's fucking unreal. Like, it's probably really annoying.
But I find it quite funny. So the first tip is, sorry if I just kind of fuck you guys around with the sound effects today because it's new to me. It's a lot of fun. First actual tip is make your delivery good enough. So a lot of guys at that like $2,000 mark, you've probably had some success in the past. You're probably a good coach. Otherwise, you wouldn't have referrals. You wouldn't have kind of repeat clients signing up with you again. But usually if you're at that $2,000 plateau, even under $5,000 plateau, you probably have a lead problem. So you don't really have a delivery problem with your coaching. It's usually just your marketing and your sales. The first step is to make your delivery good enough. And you might look at your delivery now, and by delivery, I mean just like what they get, like the whole offer, what they get. So I would just make that like just good enough, not perfect. Don't optimize it. Don't go crazy with things. Just make it good enough because that isn't the priority here. The priority is our marketing and sales. So you want to make sure that your delivery is, it's getting people good results. They're happy with it. It might not be exactly where you want it to be, but it's still pretty good. So once that's done, and it might mean you actually shave off things, like you might just go, okay, I'm going to pause that little automation ebook thing for now. I'm just going to like make sure that we focus on the bare bones of what's getting people good results. Great. Number 2 is, whoa, we've got a, oh, that's crazy. I've got a sensor button in little, sorry, I take it back. Number 2, you have to increase your prices and give people an incentive to take a higher price. So this all comes from the notion of knowing your lifetime value of a customer. So you get one person who signs up today. When do they stop signing up? So at the whole of their lifetime, not their whole lifetime, and on their deathbed, ask them, hey, how much have you fucking paid me? That's basically, that's one way of working it out. Want to work out your LTV? Sign someone up, wait for them to basically die, and then on their deathbed go, hey, let's get the books out. How much did you fucking pay me? Like, I need to know that now. Let's get the register out. How much did you pay me, you piece of shit? No, but you really need to figure out the lifetime value. So if you can know the lifetime value of what people do pay you, then you can actually reverse engineer it and go, okay, well, can I get all of that today? That's basically the principle. So even if you don't get all of it, because if you have a really high lifetime value, it might be like $6,000 or something like that. So you can, sometimes you can get all that up front, but sometimes you can actually work that into an offer for maybe $6,000 for a longer period of time or $3,000 for a slightly shorter period of time. And then you can have like back end offers after that kind of keep them in too. Reason being is because if you can raise your prices, I mean, chances are if your prices were good enough right now, you wouldn't be watching this video. If your prices were high enough, you would not be here. You'd be too busy doing this. That's what you'd be doing. So the chances are just double your prices. If you think that's crazy, reference point, most guys in the blueprint actually are charging well over $100 per week if it was a weekly payment. I'm not a huge fan of weekly payments, but at least they have an offer that is like over $1,500 to $2,000. That's usually what it is. And the rule of thumb for this for me is if I needed to get a client as a fitness client today, I would need to be pitching them something over $2,000 because now if you're trying to make $2,000 a month, maybe one of those pays in full, maybe one of them doesn't. In any case, you only need a couple of clients per month to hit 2,000. So if we're trying to hit 10, we just need like 4 clients a month, 5 clients a month to hit that in, whatever recurring revenue comes in. So in terms of new cash, it's pretty doable. So the second step is to increase your prices. And when you do increase your prices, you need to give people some kind of incentive to actually want to jump on board and pay in full maybe. So you want to like discount by like 20% if you pay in full. Otherwise, it's a normal payment plan. So let's say if it was, $2,000 pay in full, then the total payment plan would equal like $2,400 or something like that. Or, $2,200, whatever it is. Just make it an incentivize enough to actually pay in full. Now, number 3 is you need to refresh your socials. So your social media, your Instagram could be the reason why people just don't take you seriously or don't connect with your message. So your Instagram bio needs a bit of a makeover. So you just want to call out who you help. Make it really clear as well. Make sure you have a nice profile photo. Make sure your content you're posting isn't absolute dog shit. That's the biggest one. Your bio and your profile picture, they'll be good for new people when they come along, but it's not everything. Your content itself needs a bit of a refresh. So that's when we have to basically start start niching down and focus on the niche that you will serve best and that will serve you best. And what I mean by that is some people go to pick a niche and they just choose some random niche. Usually it's busy individuals. It's like everyone in a first world country. It's some kind of, cliche high earning professional is usually what people go for because they think, oh, who's got money? But that might not be who wants to work with you. And I think no one talks about this enough because I see it all the time. I see a lot of guys that pick a niche and they go after that niche thinking that's all they have to do. And they've never worked with anyone like that before. They don't have the personality characteristics that attracts that individual in the first place. They might not even have the physical looks. So sometimes you can't change who you are and then you're trying to target certain people. So sometimes it's really, really difficult. Sometimes it works fine. Like sometimes people do that and it works great. But I see a lot of people in the middle who try and pick this niche that they're not really aligned with. So what I like to do is go, okay, well, who are you currently working with? And see if you can find any commonalities. See if you can find any patterns. And if you can, then yeah, that's going to happen. Then you can double down on that niche itself, like double down on the people who you're already working with, because for some reason they wanted to work with you and you might find it's for personality type thing. They might find it's because you are more appealing to that type of person. Like who knows? I don't know. You probably don't even know either. But the idea is to use stats on your side. So statistically speaking, someone, if they're working with you right now, chances are more people like those people are going to want to work with you. That's why. And also then you back it up and it has a bit of a flow-on effect because you have more results and testimonials from that person to show similar people and go, hey, I did it with this person, I can do it with you. So really important to make sure that your niche is actually not just random, but it suits you. Now that you have your niche, tip number 5 is to create content for your niche. So this is like the biggest one is people create a lot of junk shit content out there. And I think you guys probably are aware of that. And most people are pretty bad at creating content. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it in the way that gets their personal brand out there. And honestly, you just have to get yourself out there. Like you have to get yourself out there. We give a lot of people like a lot of really good tips and advice and personalized help in the blueprint. So if that's something you need help with, then click the link below somewhere. There'll be some link to sign up. Otherwise, you could always go to www.thesocialblueprint.com/info. I believe that should be good to have a video on what we do. And then just DM me on Instagram if you want to chat about joining. But essentially with content, you want to make sure that your feed is designed for the person in mind, the niche in mind. So if you want to target like busy dads, you want to target dads, for example, you want to make sure that your feed has everything that dad would need if he's in pain, if he's struggling, if he's got problems. What would he look at that goes, oh, this helps me. This is super valuable. I like this person. That's how we start designing the content. So content should always be in certain pillars. It should be value. It should be your testimonials, basically like your proof, and it also personal, because I believe there's so much power in creating a personal brand as opposed to just being a textbook. So I think we should all be creating personal brands and not just doing ChatGPT content. Like we should do content that comes from us and our originality and creativity and what you want to do so people gel with you as a person. And again, this comes back to the niche, because if you choose your niche wrong and then you're going personal brand and your niche hates you, then good luck selling to the niche. So again, it's all got to work together. That's why it helps to have the niche follow the personality versus vice versa, and changing your personality to match your niche. So there's another conversation altogether. But your content has to basically appeal to those people and make sure that you're serving them as best as possible, to the point where if someone of your niche saw an ad pop up and clicked on your profile and binge watch a little bit, they need to be all in. They need to be so invested in following you and thinking this account is too good to not follow, basically. So that's where you can give yourself a bit of a profile audit, look at your content and go, am I really helping people right now? Like, am I really showing them that they have certain problems and also I can fix those problems, and here's what I've done with other people and here's what I do myself. Like that's usually enough. Right now, once you've created the content, you need to shoot and post and edit, and you need to do this probably at least a post a day. I think you should be posting every day. If you're serious about this and you want to grow, you should be posting every day. I shoot videos sometimes like 10 at once. When you plan them out and you have a really good structure and workflow for planning, it's really easy to bulk edit and bulk shoot and just get it all done in one go. So you should be posting basically every day. Now, let's say you've got the content, you've got the niche. The next thing is to basically have a bit of a process to start conversations, because the easiest, cheapest lead flow and funnel is your DMs and have a chat, and then have a chat and a call. That's pretty much it, because the chat in the DMs allows you to understand your prospects. It allows you to understand if you actually can help them and if they do have a problem worth solving. And then you can propose a call to discuss their own kind of logistics, how much they need it, how much they might not need it, to see if you want to actually work with them, if they want to work with you. And then you can run them through the actual logistics of the whole plan and how it works. So that is how to do it. And you think, well, I don't know who to DM, I don't know who to chat. DM new followers. Every time someone follows you, DM them and thank them for the follow, and then just ask what they were hoping to get out of your page. Because that's, if someone follows you, they're there for a reason. If someone follows me on my Instagram right now, chances chances are they're wanting to use my content for some kind of benefit. If I ask them, like, what is it that brought you to the account? And they say, oh, I want to get into online coaching, or I want to maximize my online coaching. I'm like, great. Well, what do you need help with? Because I can probably send you here or there, or if you want to inquire, I can tell you watch this video. Like, it's starting that initial chat, and that can either lead to a sale in the short run or a sale in the long run in the nurture if they watch your stuff and get into your funnel. So it's about making that conversation. DMs, people who like your stuff, like new followers and old followers as well, like existing ones, people who watch your story. You can reach out to people in your network and just have an opening conversation. I would never go for the jugular of the kill straight away and just go for the sale and say, hey, thanks for the follow. Where is it? Cough it up. No one gives a shit. They're not going to want to pay you. They're going to just run the opposite direction. So make sure that your intent is to have a conversation, have a normal conversation. People do it to me all the time. And I'm like, man, I'm not selling you anything. Like, I'm just seeing if I can help you. And then they go, oh, cool. Okay. So let's say you've had the chat. Now you want to book a call. So from here, you're jumping on a sales call. Now, after that, you're going to want to get good at sales calls. So that's pretty much banging out like 7 and 8 is book a call, get good at sales calls. Because if you are not good at sales calls, you're going to leave a lot of money on the table versus if you are good at sales, you're going to make a shitload of money. So my recommendations in getting good at sales is honestly like, number one, join the blueprint, because it's literally what we do every single day. And I'd be lying to you if I said you can get it done in watch this video. The longer videos you watch sometimes, like the more you watch free content on like sales, sometimes it doesn't really help because they all say different things. There's a lot of different approaches in sales. So if you don't want to watch anything, I would just say like be really authentic and have a vested interest in helping people. Like when I was taking my own sales calls, if I treated it like I was doing it for them, like I was really helping this person and I would only sell to the people that I thought I could really help, which is true, I would be much better at what I did. And the only other things after that is getting good at like objection handling and preventing objections and things like that, because people get scared when pricing comes up and that's like so normal. So I think it's worth investing in understanding how to deal with that and prevent it so that you're not just focused on, having this combative weird argument and then it's all about price and stuff like that. A true good salesman understands what their product does, who it benefits, and how the person paying usually gets a better end of the deal. And that's the truth. And if it's not set up like that, it's not a really good offer. So that's that. Get better at sales calls. Number 9 is identify your weak points. So at some point, like let's say you get to this stage now where you're doing all these things, you're posting content, your messaging is great, marketing's good, you're booking calls, you're landing some calls. Now you need to think, well, where is my bottleneck at? So if I'm doing all of these things, which one is not working at the moment? Is it the amount of leads coming in the door? Is it the amount of calls getting booked? Is it the quality of the calls getting booked? Is it your own ability to close those deals, or is it your ability to service those clients once they've sold, or maybe chase up the people who didn't sell? So at which point is the most critical right now for you to fix? So I don't think it's number 6, right? Like chasing up the people who didn't sell, who didn't close, that's not the most critical. The most critical is probably either leads in the door or leads getting booked or sales closed. Because usually you fix one of those things, if it's a bottleneck, everything else gets better, or it gets better to a degree that you can then fix that next thing. So that brings me to point number 10, which is iterate. So firstly, you've identified the weak point, the bottleneck that you think, if I could just fix this one critical thing, then life would be great. And now you iterate it. And that's pretty much as simple as that, because once you can do that stuff,
it just becomes I can hear myself, so it's fucking with my head. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. It's with my head, you Sorry. Point being, if you can identify your bottleneck and then find a way to smash it and make sure it never surfaces it again, you'll crush it. You will 100% crush it, because that's what it comes down to. But in the beginning, you're in this weird phase of...
Sorry, I can't take myself seriously. In the beginning, you're not ready to find your bottleneck and optimize yet, because there's things you haven't even done yet. Like there's things you need to start doing, new behaviors, new tasks, new things to learn and implement that you actually have never done before. So you can't really optimize at that point. But once you do those things, it then becomes about iterating, getting better, and fixing stuff. So that would be my final kind of tip is do all that stuff in the beginning, the 1 to 8, and then 9 and 10 is find the critical point, fix it. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope that gives a little bit more clarity into what you need to do to hit that point. And again, if you're charging something $2,000, you need 5 new sales to get $10,000. And if you're telling me that you're going to do all of these things and you can't get 5 new sales in a month and you don't know what to focus on or what to fix, then you got some serious issues. So I hope that helps, guys. Best of luck with it all. Smash it out. If you need my help, you can always click below somewhere, and make sure if you're watching this anywhere, give it a good review, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next video.
You bitch.